So before I start the video, I want you guys to know that the round of 16 video that I'm making right now is I'll be selecting the players according to the fact that I have a wild card left. So if you are one of those managers who has already used a wild card, maybe the team selection should be kind of conservative for you, right? A different kind of video would help you rather than this one, because I will be selecting players without thinking about who will be qualified to the next game. Like, I will be thinking about who will be winning the games, right? But still, like, even if they fail to qualify, even if my prediction fails, I'm pretty sure I'll be just fine because I will have my wild card for the quarterfinals. So yeah, just so you know, I have a wild card left, so I can use that in quarterfinals, just in case my predictions kind of fail. So yeah, I wanted to put that out. So let's move on to the video now. As you can see, the pattern of how I'm getting the points recently, now it's kind of it has been increasing. Yes, 57, 60, 67 points now. One thing I'd want to apologize to people is about that. I did not know that there will be some kind of problem with the server, the Euro server. Now at the end of the deadline, like, I think it was about 15 minutes remaining, the website kind of stopped working and the app also kind of stopped working, and I couldn't post my final team video. I did post my final team video before the deadline, but still it was just a minute ago. There was just a minute left, so I'm sorry about that. I did not know that there would be such kind of problem in the website and the app. So yeah, you learn from them. So I'll try and post my final team on my Instagram before 1 hour before the game starts from next time. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I did not know there would be such problem, because we never face such kind of problem in the Premier League FPL. So I did not expect that from the the web page and the servers of the Euro Fantasy. So yeah, very sorry about that. So yeah, moving on. I think there were a lot of mistakes, right? This week in this selection, I think I initially had Lukaku and Depay, but I felt like they would be rotated, and the players that I thought would definitely play at least for 60 minutes, those were Dumfries and Munier, right? And both of them kind of did not play full 90 minutes. Like, Dumfries got substituted after 45 minutes. Munier did not even start. So yeah, it was kind of poor selection. I think I could have easily had 80 points or something if I don't know, the rotation kind of sucked. Except for that, I think I'm pretty happy with how Jordi Alba and Myla, those two return the points. So yeah, can't be too greedy. I think I have been doing good lately, so I just want to get some higher points from now on, right? Just improve on the points that I've got recently. So for that, let's move on to the selection of round of 16. But before that, I think if I talk about my predictions, right, for round of 16, I think that would be more easier to understand why I have selected the players that I have. I think it would be a better justification for the selection that I've made, right? So I'll not take too long, right? I want to make the video short, so I'll just tell you my prediction, what might happen according to me, according to what I've seen recently from all the teams. What are my predictions? So starting out with Wales and Denmark. Now, I've heard that Wales fans are not allowed in the Amsterdam stadium, right? I don't know. The Netherlands government is not allowing Wales fan because of the COVID reasons, because Wales is still not COVID safe, right? So that is one of the reasons only Denmark fans are allowed in the stadium. That's what I heard. Now, I don't know if the situation has changed or anything. So and we do know, Denmark is still a better team with or without the fans against Wales. That's what I personally think. And Denmark with fans, I think that's just even better for Denmark. So I feel like Denmark should win this thing, right? I don't know how, but I feel like Denmark should win that game. Italy, Austria, I'm not going to talk too much about it. I'm pretty sure Italy should get that game done and dusted. So let's move on to the other one. So Netherlands and Czech Republic. Now, I don't think Netherlands defense is the best defense, right, in this tournament, and it same goes for the Belgium against Portugal. I don't think Belgium's defense is the best defense. I do think there are some problems in their defense, and Czech Republic could be a surprise. So Netherlands and Czech Republic, I'm pretty sure Netherlands should win this game, but again, there will be surprises. Like, not all the big teams, not all the renowned teams will go through to the quarterfinals. There should be some surprises, right? So maybe Netherlands versus Czech Republic could be one of those, or it could be Croatia and Spain also could be one of those. I'll just talk about that later. But against Netherlands and Czech Republic, I do feel like Netherlands should win this game, right? Although I think it will be difficult. It will be difficult. I don't think there will be a huge margin between Netherlands and Czech Republic. The way that Czech has been playing right now, I do feel like it will be difficult for Netherlands. But yeah, my money is on Netherlands. And against Belgium and Portugal. Now, as a team, I think Belgium should be the one that should be qualifying from this again. But again, now Portugal has been, Cristiano has been scoring consistently. Now, to be honest, I don't see a lot of Cristiano's action in the game except for the penalties. But still, taking penalties in those circumstances under that pressure, it's not an easy thing. But he has kind of mastered the art of penalty. He does score, so you have to give that. It's not easy to score in front of that fans in those kind of circumstances. It's super difficult, and Ronaldo does it pretty well. Even if it's a penalty, it's still a goal, and that is what counts, right? So Belgium and Portugal, it's pretty difficult to kind of predict, but as a team, I'd want to see Belgium go forward. Belgium is one of the team that I'm kind of rooting for, as a winner. I do feel like they can go a long way, but their defense is not the best one. Trust me, those three center backs, I don't trust them a lot, and I do feel like Portugal can take advantage of it. And the other thing is, the matches, the caliber of match that Portugal has played in the group stages is that cannot be compared to the Belgium that they have faced in the group stage. Portugal came up facing like France and Germany and these kind of team, and Belgium not the same caliber of team. So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Portugal won, but I feel like Belgium will win it. Yeah, that's what I think. Now moving on to Croatia and Spain. Now, Croatia is not the same team that we knew. The team that was in the finals, that it's not the same team. There's no Rakitic. I've seen the dominant side of Croatia, and this is not it. So I think Spain should win this thing. And now, in the latest lineup, Aspi was included and Eric Garcia was also there, right? So I think that kind of has made the defense even more stronger, right? And Sergio Busquets is back from the COVID isolation. So yeah, it just got too better for Spain, I think. So Spain should win this thing against Croatia, in my opinion. So yeah, for good. I think Spain going ahead for quarterfinals, it kind of makes more sense and more fun to watch, to be honest. Like Croatia have been kind of dull this season, to be honest. But yeah, I think Spain should win this thing. And now France versus Switzerland. I don't think I need to talk too much about that, because I did see Switzerland's team against Italy. Like, they were very, very lazy. I did see that game. Like, Switzerland did very good in the match day 3. I forgot who was that with. I forgot, but still, France. I mean, I did see Switzerland versus Italy, and they were very lousy. And and the France team is, I think, just maybe a level better than Italy's team. Maybe not in defense, but like as an entire team, I do think France is better than Italy, and France should win this game comfortably against Switzerland. Now, England and Germany. Now, this game, this is a big one, and I don't know if you guys did see the post-match interview of Joachim Low and the Kimmich and everyone, Deschamps and everyone. And I was kind of surprised to see how Joachim Low was kind of happy that they are playing England. I don't know. I was just like, why are you so happy that you are playing against England? Like, if you watch that post-match interview, go and watch it. And like, Joachim Low was not. He was not like. He was kind of happy that they are facing England in Wembley. And it looks like he did now. And Joachim Low kind of promised that there will be a different Germany side in round of 16. So I'm kind of leaning towards Germany now, looking at their confidence. But again, words don't matter, actions do, right? So I hope what the managers and the Kimmich and all these players have said on the conference, that will turn out to be same on the field against England in Wembley, right? If that happens, I think Germany should win it. Now, again, this also comes again, the England group and the Germany group. The German have faced France, Portugal, and all these. Hungary also was a very difficult team to play against. The caliber of game they have played in the group stage is way too difficult than the caliber that England has played in the group stage, right? And England have not conceded too much, but they have not scored either. So I feel like Germany, I'm kind of leaning towards Germany here. I don't know. I'm just looking at that post-match interview, I don't know, Joachim Low was kind of very confident that, not, I won't say too confident, but he was kind of like satisfied that they are facing England. So I feel like Germany should win this thing. Let's see what happens though. I'm kind of leaning towards Germany here. Now Sweden and Ukraine. I think I'm kind of going with Sweden, right? Uh, Anything can happen in that game. I think this is one of the games that could go to penalties or extra time and all that stuff. But I'm kind of leaning towards Sweden here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my prediction. Now let's just talk about the team. I don't want to make this video long, right? Okay, now my team looks something like this. Now some of the selection I'm not gonna explain. I don't want to waste any time or anything, right? Like Spinazzola, the Italy players and French players, Benjamin Pavard. I think these are very self-explanatory. I don't need to explain it why they are there, right? Berardi, all these players, right? And Donnarumma. Two of the teams I think that will keep a clean sheet for definitely is, in my opinion, that's Italy and France in this round of 16, right? For me personally, that's my opinion. Anything can happen. Like, it's been very crazy. Like, looking at how Hungary almost beat Germany, right? You can't say anything for sure. But again, I do think if you are looking at the probability for the clean sheet, right? And if you have wildcard like me, like, you can be as reckless as you want picking your players. So I can have 4 French defenders. I could have 4 Italian defenders if I want. I can do that because I have wildcard. So yeah. Now one thing, as I've said, is I have 3 Italy players here, and I'd want to add one more Italy defense. I'd want to do that, but again, I don't know if Chiellini is fit enough, and the right back, I forgot his name. Is it Lorenzo? Yeah, I think it's Lorenzo. I don't know if he's fit either, so I'll kind of have to wait, I guess, to see if the right back is fit enough to play for Italy, right? If he is fit, I think I'll want to get one more Italy defense there, or maybe even get Kimpembe, yeah, the French defender, one more French defender. I do think there is a clean sheet there. I definitely do think about that. Now, if I look at this team entirely, there are only 2 players that I'm not quite sure about, and that is Højbjerg and Pau Torres. Now, the thing about Pau Torres is he did not start last week, right? Eric Garcia did. Now, that makes him a rotation risk. And against Croatia, I don't see a clean sheet there. But the thing about Spain is they don't concede a lot and they don't score a lot either. They did in this week, yes, I know they did. But again, if you look at the friendlies and past 2 match days, the strategy is they just play around with the ball and just look for open spaces, right? And all I think is they're not going to score a lot, but they don't concede a lot either. So the thing is, will Pau Torres start or not? So I could change Pau Torres to someone else, right? As I said, Kimpembe or any of those players or Italy defender. I'll have to play around with my budget. So Pau Torres is one of them I'm not quite sure about, and another is Højbjerg. Now, I could improve Højbjerg to Damsgaard, right? He was pretty good and he's only 5.9. So I could do that. But again, Højbjerg is on penalties, right? Now, I don't expect too much of money, too much of return from Højbjerg, but still, I do have Forsberg and Danielson and all these players in the bench. I could change that. And the thing is, Højbjerg and Jorginho, these are the kind of players you don't expect a lot from, but they are on penalties, right? So, yeah, Højbjerg and Pau Torres, those 2 are the players that I maybe that I could remove in upcoming days. And as I said, I'll post my final team a little early in the Instagram this time around. I'm very sorry about what happened last week. I did not know that the UEFA page would have that kind of server problem. So yeah, and now another thing is De Bruyne and Ronaldo. Now, the thing about Ronaldo is I could replace him with Lukaku, but again, I'm not very sure about who's going to qualify with Ronaldo, with Belgium and the Portugal side. I feel like Ronaldo, as I said, you don't see him a lot in the game, If you're watching him, you don't see him a lot in the game. But when he does get that penalty, he's like very lethal. And those tap-ins also, he gets in very good positions, So yeah, he's a natural striker. And yeah, Ronaldo is on penalties. That is one of the reasons why I have the Ronaldo and not Lukaku. If Belgium get penalty and if Hazard is playing, I'm pretty sure Hazard will be the one taking the penalty. If there's no Hazard, I feel like it's between De Bruyne and Lukaku. I'm not sure who's going to take that, right? So yeah, I could switch it up, right? Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku. I could play around with that, but still, again, as I said, I'm not very sure. Now, you do know how I select players, right? If they take corners, set pieces, penalties, anything, I'll just pick them. That's how I've always played this game. If you have followed me in my, English Premier League FPL, you should know me. I always select players on penalties and free kicks and corners, and that is the reason I have Ronaldo there, Højbjerg there, and De Bruyne are there, and Forsberg, he also takes penalty. Benzema takes penalty. So you do see the pattern of how I select the players. Depay also takes the penalties. So yeah, there could be some changes, but I'm pretty sure this is something that will look like. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to use the wildcard in quarterfinals, but let's see what happens. Let's see. This is my prediction. It could go horribly wrong, or maybe it could go very right. So let's see what happens. But again, as I said, Højbjerg and Pau Torres, I'm not very happy with them, and Forsberg and Danielson. Now Danielson could keep a clean sheet there, or maybe not. But the thing is, Forsberg and Danielson are like, the safety net, the backup, just in case some of the players don't deliver at all. The Højbjerg and all these players. I do have Forsberg and Danielson, and against Ukraine, I think maybe there's something there. And Forsberg has been doing good as of recently, and he's on pen now, so why not? There could be changes, but as I said, I have a wild card. I have that, protection. So let's see what happens. I don't think I'll be releasing any new video for this week, but yeah, I will be posting my final team in the Instagram as early as possible. So yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Let's hope there's more than 70 points this week. Let's see what happens. Playing around with the captainship is another thing that's very important. So yeah, let's see what happens. I don't think there's much I need to say. Do subscribe, do like, and yeah, about the Premier League, the English Premier League, you are now allowed to make the teams. So I'm not gonna start doing that already, because now, as I said, if I make a team right now, there will be so many transfers and so many price changes and those things, like new players coming in. That's what I'm talking about. There will be a lot of new players coming in and going out, and a lot of loans and everything. So it does not make sense to me to make a team this early. I think the game starts in August 10, 7, 12. I don't exactly remember, but still there's a lot of time. So maybe after the Euros finish, maybe after that I'll start posting the videos for the Premier League, the English Premier League FPL. But for now, I think I'm fine with playing around with the Euros. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, best of luck. If there is anything you want to talk about, do write it in the comment section. You can connect with me in the Instagram, which is linked in the description. Now, okay, bye bye. Stay safe and take care.